Hi there, it's Friday night at the Online Darts Live League, which means it is last chance saloon for the remaining players trying to qualify for tomorrow's finals night. 5 of them in action, 3 of them will go through alongside the 3 players that are already there. And before we get into this evening's action, we're just going to recap how that trio got there, starting with Group A, which was played on Monday to Wednesday and was won emphatically by Graham Hall, 12 points better off than Scott Williams and Gian van Veen in second and third. You'll see that duo tonight. Owen Roelofs, Danny van Tripe and Ian Conterman, the Dutch trio, dropped into Group C. Now Group C finished this afternoon and was won by Ian Conterman. Danny van Tripe finishing second. He joins his fellow Netherlands native in finals night tomorrow. Owen Roelofs just missing out, along with David Wazowski, Darren Johnson and Josh Richardson, who only got 1 victory this week. So they're the 3 that are through. Overnight, Group B looked like this, and the top 3 will progress to finals night. Scott Williams as good as there after a clean sweep of wins. Gian van Veen not far behind him. Ryan Finesse in provisional 3rd place. Pete Burgoyne 2 behind him. And Shaun Griffiths yet to get off the mark. Well, will he get off the mark in the opening match of this evening? We're about to find out. Let's get it started. And there he is, the miracle, Shaun Griffiths. From the Manchester area, Partington to be exact. But he may need a miracle if he is going to have a run through to finals night. Pete Burgoyne can put a bit of distance between him and his opponent here, the man nicknamed The Feast. I did ask why, as I promised I would, and Pete said that, well, he's just the type of guy who can demolish, let's say, a supersized carvery or something like that. Maybe 2 of them.
First leg, it's Pete to throw first. Game on.
So it's a nickname that he's picked up from his pals. Sure, we will have a Friday feast
60
of top tungsten tossing here at the Live League. We've seen some wonderful stuff throughout the course of the week. Group A got off to a flying start on Monday when the 6 players in that group shared a record amount of 180s. 47 between them in one day. That was a joint record.
60.
Good time to be talking about maximum hitting as the miracle opens with 1. Then, of course,
60.
on Thursday morning, a 9-dart finish from Danny van Tripe, the 9th we've seen in Live League history, almost followed by the 10th last night when Scott Williams
100
came so close. 8 perfect darts and then narrowly missed double 18 to produce perfection as lightning very, very nearly struck twice here at the Live League.
100.
Still plenty of time for it to happen again. 10 matches this evening and a further 10 tomorrow. And that finals night.
81. Shaun, you require 161.
Well, the 180 in the leg
45
from Griffiths has given him a little bit of breathing space, but his lead could be eliminated here and should be eliminated here.
100. Shaun, you require 116.
And it's difficult now for him to get a dart at double. The only treble he can go for is treble 20. And he'd block that enough that he couldn't find a route to it.
$58. Pete, you require 100.
I'm not sure what he was thinking there. 76 and he went for a treble 18. Tops here. We know what he was thinking. And he's pulled it off. Feast your eyes on that. A tops checkout to steal the first leg for Pete Burgoyne, who takes out 100 to hang on to his throw.
Second leg, it's Shaun to throw first. $140. 121. 100. 133.
Both of these players, the outsiders, following yesterday evening's action to make it through to finals night. Propping up the table, but Pete Burgoyne with victory can put himself level on points with Ryan Furness, who will be in action next against the runaway league leader Scott Williams. Just taking his time here.
83. Shaun, you require
Making
161.
sure he left to finish, which he did.
$65. Pete, you require 164.
May go bullseye. Or probably would have at the end
82.
of that visit had he hit a single
Shaun,
20.
you require 96.
With dart number 2, but it's Griffiths looking at 96. And he gets 2 at double 18. And that looks like a decent guide.
60.
But he can't guide it in. Could not have been closer. Didn't
Pete,
think there was enough space
82.
between that point and the double for him to hit there. Well, he can't hit this ball, can he? I won't be going for the ball. What am I talking about? Double
Game
top.
shot on the second leg. Pete Burgoyne.
82, not 92. That for some reason I had stuck in my head, but he keeps sticking the darts in tops. He's so good on that target. He's 3 out of 2 in this match.
Third leg, it's Pete to throw first.
Because it was
Game
double
on.
double top to take out the ton in the first leg, and then just the single double top to take out the 82
90.
in the second. And that's 2 legs in the ledger for Pete Burgoyne, including a break of throw. And in
69.
that leg, after 2 missed darts at double for Shaun Griffiths to hold.
100. 59. 125. 81. 100. 140. Pete, you require 86.
Treble 18 for double 16. Another single will do, but you'd like to hunt down the treble. Well, a change of plan, a change of route.
Shot on the third leg.
Confidence there from Pete Burgoyne. 18 for bull would have been the conventional thing to do. Didn't fancy getting the treble, so thought he'd go for the treble 20, despite the fact Griffiths was on a finish.
Shaun to throw first. Game on.
And had he not hit that treble, he wouldn't have had a dart at any double and allowed Griffiths a chance to go out.
80.
As it is, Shaun was left on the 152, and Burgoyne is 3 out of 3 on doubles in this match.
99. 100.
And that is certainly the right way to go about climbing up the Group B table tonight. Scott Williams, top of it, remember, on 8 points after a clean sweep last night. Could have been different though.
78.
Burgoyne himself was 3-1 up on Williams in the very first match of the evening and lost it 4-3. Gian van Veen was 3-0 up on Williams and lost it 4-3 as well.
100. 98. 60. 140.
Well, it's a well-timed assault
161.
on that treble 20 to leave 86 again. Treble 17 would have left the bull, but he's taken out 86.
137.
He's taken out 100.
Pete, you require 86.
Pete Burgoyne, he's taken out 82. He's looking at 86 again. This time I'm sure he will go the 18s route. And the bull.
55.
Well, that brings a perfect record of double
Shaun,
hitting to an end.
24.
And it might mean a leg on the board for Shaun Griffiths. Can't get closer than that without going in.
No score.
But he's further away, and the chance disappeared as quickly as it came.
31.
And it's 8 for the feast to claim a whitewash win.
15.
Well, unlike a man nicknamed
Shaun,
the
you
Feast,
require 24.
to struggle to finish.
Game Shaun, the fourth leg.
And Griffiths
Shaun
tucks in
Griffiths.
to double 12 and gets a leg on the board. Is it just a consolation or the start of something more?
Fifth leg, it's Pete to throw first. Game on.
3 match darts have gone begging for Pete Burgoyne. 1 at the bull, 2 at double 8.
60. 77. 140. 100. 43. 60. 140.
So closing in once again. Should get another opportunity in this leg. Pete Burgoyne to repeat the victory he had against Shaun Griffiths last night. In fact, better it. He beat him 4-2 in the
44.
closing match.
Pete, you require 180.
Of yesterday's action. 18 and double top. A target is hit 3 times in this match.
78.
Hit it twice in one leg. But he can't take it out this time, though. Shaun Griffiths needs a 180 to join him.
60. Pete, you require 40.
Hasn't happened for Griffiths in this match. It hasn't happened for Griffiths in this group. Yet to win a game in it. Pete Burgoyne has only
30.
beaten Shaun Griffiths. But he was
Shaun,
so good on the doubles.
160.
Hit his first 3, including a double-double checkout in there. So 4 out of 3 at one point. But he's now missed 7.
45.
All of them
Pete, you require
to win the
10.
match.
Game,
And the match is
shots,
now won
and the match,
by Pete Burgoyne, who stuttered and stumbled, but eventually fell over the line against Shaun Griffiths, who is still yet to record a victory. That means Pete Burgoyne puts himself firmly in the mix, in the race for a top 3 spot in Group B. But Shaun Griffiths, well, he needed a miracle before this evening even started, and his task has got even harder. I think he'll be thinking about just making sure he gets a win on the board before the evening is out. Coming next, we have the league leader, a man who is as good as through to finals night already, Scott Williams. He takes on Ryan Finesse. Stay with us. Well, welcome back to the action here at the Online Darts Live League, where Scott Williams is looking for the win that would secure his spot at finals night as he faces Ryan Furness. Williams top of the table. And victory would see him move to 10 points, 6 clear of his opponent, and Pete Burgoyne, who you've just seen beat Shaun Griffiths. Of course, could be caught, but would need to be caught by both of them and Gian van Veen in second place. They'd have
First
3
leg,
matches
it's Scott
apiece,
to throw
Finesse
first.
and Burgoyne, but
Game
one
on.
of them would be against each other, which means a victory in this match would secure Scott's place at finals night tomorrow, and that would be 4 of the 6 spots filled. Graham Hall taking the first after winning Group A. The Dutch duo of Danny van Tripe and Arjan Konteman taking the second and third after finishing second and first in Group C. And Scott Williams looking to take the first by finishing first
55
in Group B. Wouldn't guarantee a group win, but it would guarantee his finals night place. Ryan Furness, though, has just opened the match
39
with a maximum, his 7th in this group, which began yesterday when all these players played each other once. Williams beat Finesse 4-1. He beat all of his 4 opponents. Though a couple of those games went the distance. In fact, he had to come back from 3-1 and 3-0 down to win.
60
against Pete Burgoyne and Gian van Veen, respectively. Van Veen will be in action next. The 20-year-old Dutchman taking on
59.
Shaun Griffiths, who is as good as out, really.
$105. Scott, you require 116.
Treble 19, and still, and tops.
Game
And that is a lovely start.
Scott Williams.
And indeed a lovely finish from Scott Williams, a 116 checkout to get the Friday night party in full swing.
Second leg, it's Ryan to throw first. Game on.
Saw some good finishing from Pete Burgoyne until he started throwing to win the match, and then it all broke down.
139.
Been good starting from Ryan Finesse tonight. It wasn't really the case last night. He was throwing his best darts towards the back end of legs.
100.
Scott Williams, of course, almost produced a 9-dart finish.
98.
Finished double 18 to do so.
140.
A man who's had 2 hit against him in the live league. We've had 9 in total, 3 this year.
180.
3 in the bed there for Ryan Finesse, who hits his second max of the match. His first didn't matter. And his second might not, because
Ryan,
Scott Williams
84.
replies in kind and gives it the na.
24. Scott, you require 81.
How he'd love to take this out. And he can take it out on the bull. And it's in the bull.
Scott Williams.
It's a dartful dodger act from Scott Williams, who picks the pocket of Ryan Finesse, bedding the bullseye for the 81 checkout to double his lead with a breaker throw.
Third leg, it's Scott to throw first. Game on.
Absolutely superb. And not only was it the 81 finish that was brilliant, but the 180 that left
43.
the number he just took out. And that means that after a couple of legs, he's averaging, well, he was averaging up at 111, but a slow start in this leg has seen that slashed enormously.
120.
But 104 and 105 in a match that we could well be halfway through.
140. 140. 140. 140. 42. $120. 97. Scott, you require 58.
So 18 for tops. First dart missed at double.
No score.
And he's found the wrong bed with his second
Ryan
attempt.
required 102.
Which means he will have to come back and waste a dart setting up. That's if he does come back. I think Ryan did the right thing there, staying on the treble 20. Would have left double 11, but
70.
it's as good as any, isn't it? When you're only going to get one
Scott,
shot, does it matter
58.
which double it is, as long as it's not the bullseye?
Game shot on the third leg. Scott Williams.
And he would have only got one because Williams comes back and cleans up the mistake from the previous visit. Goes into what he hopes is the last leg of the match, averaging more than 102.
Fourth leg, it's Ryan to throw first.
One leg away then, Scott Williams, of securing a spot at finals night.
140. 57. 134. 81.
Furness has something to say about that. 140, 134.
177.
I'm going to let Charlie Corstefine tell you the rest. Well, at the World Series earlier on, Joe Cullen
180.
had a 10-darter on the ball.
50.
Went straight for it.
Game
And that's
shot on the
exactly
fourth leg.
what Ryan Furness has done there. Absolutely superb stuff. Great fun here on Friday night. A 10-dart finish by bedding the bull. Brilliant.
Fifth leg, it's Scott to throw first. Game on.
The new rock star. And the pair of them still grinning about it. By the way, Scott Williams had just hit a maximum before that as well. Well, this is fantastic fun. Friday night
56.
flinging at the Online Darts Live League. Always expect that kind of exhibition
100.
stuff when Scott Williams is on the hockey, but Ryan Furness joining the party.
$97.
Joe Cullen, the trendsetter, over in Australia, on the other side of the world.
100.
Finesse does the very same thing. They're all doing it now. Joe, what have you started?
55.
And has Ryan Finesse started a comeback bid here, or is it game over in the next 6 to 9 darts?
140.
Well, maybe that was an overestimation. Because Williams
100.
wants double
Scott, you
18 to
require
get the job
36.
done right now.
Game shot.
And that is
the
job
match.
done.
Scott Williams.
But a thrilling highlight in that match, that fabulous 10-dart leg. The 50 checkout there for Ryan Furness was completed on the bull. It was the only dart at double he got in the entire match, and he hit the bull to complete a 10-darter in a brilliant game in which he averaged more than 103, but Scott Williams averaged more than 105 and got a 4-1 win that saw him seal his spot at finals night tomorrow. Scott Williams is there. Who will be joining him? The next closest in the table is Gian van Veen, and he's in action next against a man without a win so far in Shaun Griffiths. welcome back to what has been a fun-fueled start to the Friday night action here at the Live League. And we've seen Scott Williams already seal his spot at finals night with that victory before the break. Now attention turns to the next man nearest to him, Gian van Veen, who's going up against this man, Shaun Griffiths. Has played 5, lost 5 so far in this group, following that 4-1 defeat at the hands of Burgoyne earlier this evening. But it's the first outing of the night for the giant Gian van Veen, the 20-year-old from the Netherlands.
First leg, it's Shaun to throw first. Game on.
Won 3 of his 4 matches yesterday. Probably feels he should have won all 4 because he led Scott Williams 3-0 in the game that he went on to lose. That was a springboard for Scott's success, as I've just been saying. He
43.
has now secured his spot at finals night tomorrow with 3 games to spare.
$134. $59.
Van Veen can take a step closer with victory here.
100.
Against the thus far pointless Shaun Griffiths.
$59. $100. $125. Gian, you require 167. 100. $59. Gian, you require 67.
So for the perfect start, a breaker throw for GVV.
$60. Shaun, you
Didn't mean to
require
hit.
156.
That double 18 was going for the single to leave 32. Griffiths meant that. But he won't get a darted double in this visit, although he will leave it very handy.
Gian, you require 7.
And Van Veen looks at 3 and double 2.
Game Shaun the
Yeah,
first
nicely
leg.
done.
Gian van Veen.
Nicely put right after a mess of his own making there, Gian van Veen. But he gets a break in leg 1 and takes control early in the contest.
Second leg, it's Gian to throw first. Game on. $180.
Brilliant match, that last one, wasn't it? Both players averaging more than 103, Ryan Finesse and the 4-1 winner, Scott Williams. Finesse hitting that 10-dart leg.
140.
Finishing on the bull. First 180 of the evening to open this leg for Van Veen. His 5th in this group, but he hit 25 from Monday to Wednesday in Group A as well, so up to 30 now for the week. And it's a week that he hopes to continue tomorrow with his fellow Dutch duo, Ariane Konterman and Danny van Trijp, who hit a 9-dart leg yesterday.
130.
They're already through to finals night tomorrow. Owen Roelofs, I'm sure, will be hanging around to support his friends from the Netherlands. I think they all came across together in the one
62.
car.
Gian, you require
Nice little
51.
road trip, and it's certainly been worthwhile Double 16, a favourite of Van Veen. Next door.
43.
Fails to find, but will return with 3 clear at double 4.
$81. Gian, you require 8.
Practice swing as he approaches the hockey.
Game Shaun the second
And he did the
leg.
trick.
Gian van Veen.
And that is the trick. A lead of 2 legs to 0, an early break followed by a hold. And it is all going very well for Van Veen.
Third leg, it's Shaun to throw first.
Average just over 100 from those 2 legs. 17 darter and a 13 darter.
100. $125.
I've watched with great admiration and a level of excitement at Gian van Veen. The first real chance I've had
60.
to look at him in any great length, and I think he's a really exciting prospect. The one thing that I think he needs to eliminate from his game is that the last start of visits, and that's the wrong time to say it because it was the first start that was a problem there. But he hits a lot of 1-2-5s, 1-2-1s. In fact, he's hit 2 1-2-5s to start this leg, and very often it's after the first 2 darts are in the treble 20.
180.
Griffiths there shows him how to fill it up.
$58. Shaun, you require 161.
And he's going to get a couple of visits to reduce 161 to 0.
$38.
He would have hoped for a meatier chunk than that being bitten out of it. When you're ready, Gian, take your time, son.
100.
Well, it was
Shaun,
worth the wait, wasn't it?
123.
And now Griffiths looking at 1-2-3. He needs treble 18 and the bullseye. Not going to happen. Choices for his
91.
opponent. See many players going more aggressive these
Gian
days and
required
taking aim at treble
93.
19. Bullseye is the kind of old school route, but he has gone that way, leaving 68. And that means he needs the bull.
68. Shaun, you require
Would have been
32.
a well-crafted, well-constructed finish, but could only find the green, not the hole. Griffiths looking for the green to take the leg.
16.
And he fails to find. The first 2 darts were good, but
Gian
made it harder.
required 25.
Double 8 for a 3-leg lead here.
Game
Well, that's some adjustment. He was lucky,
Gian
really,
van
that he
Veen.
didn't bust there, hitting the double 16 inadvertently. But he put it right, nailed the double 8, and leads 3-0 and throws for a whitewash win.
Fourth leg, it's Gian
Not
to
getting
throw
any
first.
better, is it,
Game
for
on.
Shaun Griffiths, who lost 4-0 to Gian van Veen when the pair met on Thursday night.
100.
And it's looking like he's going to have the same experience here.
$85. $100. $45.
I think we will see this man on all the big stages in the future. You've heard it here first. Mystic Murphy's prediction. Gian van Veen, one to watch. I'm not sure what his walk-on song is or if he's got one yet. But I might have a little word with him, and a little suggestion. What about Carly Simon's You're So Vain? The crowd can all sing along, can't they?
140.
You're Van Veen. I bet you think this song is about you. Yeah, I have just had a can of energy drink.
59.
Apologies. I'm sure I'll settle down before the evening's out. Anyway, 81 now. 62 now. 32 when he comes back. And it has been another walk in the park.
$85.
Never mind the song.
32.
The game has certainly been about Van Veen.
Game shot.
And that is game shot.
Shaun van Veen.
And a 4-0 win for the second night on the spin against Shaun Griffiths. And another step towards qualifying for finals night alongside his Dutch pals Arjan Konterman and Danny van Tripe. 4-0 to Van Veen. A walk in the park, as I mentioned, once again. Shaun Griffiths still without a win, and he only has 2 matches left to do it. Doesn't look likely he'll be making it through. But Gian van Veen has taken another giant leap towards finals night. Well, we'll be back in just 3 minutes' time for Ryan Furness against Pete Burgoyne. Welcome back then. We've got a big battle on our hands here. Two players tied on 4 points and seemingly fighting it out for the third and final place at finals night tomorrow. Pete Burgoyne and Ryan Finesse going head to head. The pair of them, as you can see, on the same amount of points. Burgoyne with a slightly better leg difference. Whoever wins this match will have the advantage, the upper hand in that race. The top 3 go through. Scott Williams already qualified. Gian van Veen a game away, a win away from joining him. He takes on Williams in the next match. The winner of this match will be in pole position to go through as well. It might end up being the decisive contest
60
in that race. When the pair met
100
yesterday, it went the way of Ryan Furness. He won the match 4-2, a decent standard as well, both players averaging more than 90. But Pete Burgoyne was excellent in the first half of his encounter that opened the evening
38
against Shaun Griffiths, but then proceeded to miss 7 darts at double for the match before eventually winning the game 4-1. Finesse went down 4-1 to Scott Williams.
97.
In fact, the only leg that he's won this evening was a 10-darter, which he finished on the bullseye. Taking a leaf out of Joe Cullen's book, having seen the rock star do it in Australia. Today, yesterday, whenever it was.
135.
It was today here, but yesterday there. But he started something,
59.
a trend.
Ryan, you require 73.
We love to see it. And Ryan would love to see this 73 cleaned up in a couple of darts. He'll settle for 3. Might have to settle for the bull. Decided against the 16
33.
and bullseye route with Pete Burgoyne on a whopper of a finish, 164. Playing the percentages there.
77.
Ryan coming back with
40.
3 in hand and double top in his sights.
Game Shaun the
and
first
in it
leg.
pops.
Ryan Finesse.
And it is the first leg and first blood to Ryan Finesse in this potentially crucial contest here at the Live League.
Second leg, it's Pete to throw first. 40.
Did win a week earlier this year at the Live League, Ryan Finesse. So he'll be determined to get back to finals night, having had the experience of
42.
winning one.
$41. $100.
Something's stopped Pete in his tracks there.
100.
Not sure what it was.
$97. $123.
Good thinking from Finesse to ensure he is on a finish after that visit. But Burgoyne is going to be on a rather smaller one.
100. Ryan, you require 170.
Well, it doesn't matter how small the finish is on. If Finesse, I was going to say, can take out the fish.
87.
But he would have needed some finesse, wouldn't he, there? It
97.
looked like that dart was dangling precariously.
57.
Well, all Pete can do is tee up
Ryan, you
tops, and
require
Finesse has the
83.
opportunity to double his lead here. Treble 17, the target. That's a wayward one. 74. Treble 14 he's aiming at. Double 16.
67. Pete, you require 40.
Almost an early break for Ryan.
Game shot on the
Burgoyne,
second leg.
who was
Pete
so good on
Burgoyne.
tops in the early part of his first match, has found it to win his first leg in his second, and he wins a second leg to tie things up at 1-1.
Third leg, it's Ryan to throw first. Game on.
Six games still to come after this. Gian van Veen and Scott
100.
Williams going head-to-head next. The top two in the table. A win for Van Veen in that one. We'll see him join Williams at finals night and make the field
100.
half Dutch, with Arjen Konterman and Danny van Tripe already there. And then it's Shaun Griffiths against this man, Ryan Finesse, before Burgoyne returns
58.
to face Van Veen. Slight different format at finals night if you are a viewer who dips in and out, or
40.
perhaps have stumbled upon us for the first time here at the Live League. There'll be two groups of three. They'll play a little round robin. The top two from each group will go through to the semi-finals.
180.
Winner of Group 1 playing the runner-up in Group 2 and vice versa. Then we will have a third place playoff after the semis and a
140.
final where the weekly winner will be crowned. Trophy time and check-in pocket. The fourth stage, the fourth
58.
week of stage 1 of the new format of the Live League.
49. Ryan, you require 105.
Third week, I should say, sorry. Nice start that from Ryan Finesse, looking at
Game
tops.
shot on the third leg.
It's a lovely
Ryan
three-dart
Finesse.
finish, 105 from Finesse to edge back ahead in this match, which he leads by 2 legs to 1. Yeah, previous winners in this
Fourth leg,
stage.
it's Pete to
Chaz
throw
Barstow,
first.
who took the title last week, beating Mike Warburton in the final, and Robert Owen, who got the better of David Tallett in a
96.
final. Jim McEwen recently winning the Champion of Champions, the title bringing an
99.
end to our previous way of doing things. There are some changes afoot at the Live League, but you're just going to have to wait because things are going to get
95.
very, very interesting, very exciting. Gian van Veen himself also a weekly winner. Week 4 of Phase 4.
60.
But didn't make it through to the finals night on Champions Week. I don't know what happened there. A couple of times
83.
Burgoyne has stopped himself. Nothing wrong with it. Don't throw until you're ready, until you feel everything is right. And everything is right for Ryan Finesse
140.
in those first couple of darts.
$139.
Good response from Burgoyne, getting himself down to a 2-darter.
$45. Pete, you require 88.
Well, he had a quick glance there, I think, at his opponent's score. Don't think he's going 18 ball here. May think about treble 16. Well, he went 18s in the end. I think partly because he blocked the treble 20.
48. Ryan, you require 157.
But the wayward dart left him just needing to tee up tops. And he'll return to hit it. It's a double that he's been very successful on
57.
this evening.
Pete, you require
Hit
40.
it to win leg 2 in this match. But he can't find it to win leg 4. Can he use that?
$30.
Well, it didn't look as inviting to
Ryan,
him
you
as maybe our
require
camera angle
100.
suggested it was, because you could see him shuffling around the oche there. And it may be tops here. There's one. A knowing nod
60.
from Burgoyne, but he hasn't managed to do what Pete did
Pete, you require
against
10.
Shaun Griffiths earlier on when he took out 100 in that fashion. Double five. Double five.
5.
And he can't get it right.
Ryan, you require 40.
With those Peter Wright darts that he throws. Well, now it's double 19 to get himself out of jail.
Game shot on the 4th
And he
leg.
used that absolutely
Finesse.
brilliantly there, Ryan Finesse. Bouncing off the barrel. And he punishes Burgoyne for the missed darts at double to lead 3-1 and move within one of what could be a very, very significant victory. Hope you are enjoying the action. Do get involved at Darts Live League on social media. Been some fabulous moments this week. That 10-darter on the ball from Finesse tonight. The missed double 18 for a 9-darter from Scott Williams yesterday. The 9-darter from Danny Van Tripe. One of the favourite reactions I've ever seen to 100. A 9-darter. Really proud of himself hitting his first. Perhaps a little bit shocked as well when the double 12 went in. Credit to Danny. Do check out the social media feed for all of the highlights
100.
Across the 5 days play so far this week, and indeed historically at the Live League, where we've had more than 5,600 matches, can you believe? More than 1 million darts have been thrown.
45.
Then we've had 9 perfect legs. Actually saw the 60th
89.
170 finish as well earlier today. Josh Richardson producing that.
$39. $83. $100. Pete, you require 89.
Double 8.
73. Ryan,
to win
you
in
require
style.
160.
60 chops. 60. 60 missed.
100.
And all he can do is
Pete,
leave
you require
60.
16.
So back for that double 8 for Pete Burgoyne to get a break back, to keep himself in contention. 2 4s.
12.
And it's double trouble again for Pete Burgoyne. He missed
Ryan,
7
you require
darts
60.
in his first match. He's missed 10 in this one. And it's double 10 to make him pay.
50.
But it gets away from Finesse.
Pete, you require 4. Game shot on the
And
5th
Burgoyne
leg. Pete Burgoyne.
stops faffing around on the outer ring and finds that double 2 to keep himself in contention. And he will now throw to force a last leg decider in what could be the most pivotal
leg. It's Pete to throw first.
matchup of the evening's action. Remember, both players on 4 points going into this
55.
match tied for 3rd place. It's looking like it will be one of this pair that goes through alongside the next duo to take to
44.
the oche, Scott Williams, who is already through, and Gian van Veen, who is 1 win away from joining him.
99. $98. $97. $93. 100. 139.
Well, that's well timed to put the pressure on this 150. Not sure he made his mind up there. He looked down at first. Now he's looking up. Surely he'll stay there. Double 15.
120.
Did the right thing staying there. It was an excellent marker. But this could be 127 in game. But won't be.
57.
Now Burgoyne has a choice to make. Does he carry on going for the double 15 or will he split 10 or 6? Right on the wire, going for it, attacking it, failing to find it.
Game shot
until now. Third dart. And it's 3-3. And the destiny of this darts match and maybe of this pair of players will be decided in a single leg of 501.
Throw first.
The heat is on.
60. 60.
Could only match the 60. Minimum really is to match Ryan Finesse when throwing second in this match, but when he fails to find a treble, really needs to be taking full advantage
96.
of that.
121.
Well, that was better from Pete Burgoyne, but that was perfect
174.
from Ryan Finesse, who hits a 174, but isn't on a finish after it.
136.
Not much in it at all.
100.
Not much in it at all. It's perfectly poised. Finesse will come back and should get at least one match dart in this deciding leg to put himself in pole position in this race for finals night.
81. Ryan, you requires 71.
He's gone for treble 17. He does get a dart at tops.
51.
But that is a long way off. He's dragged that down.
103.
And Burgoyne's going to get a match dart. Well, that surely will be blocking a bit of the tops bed, won't it? Yeah, and that's why he's opted for double 18. Good
85.
thinking, but he pulls it as well.
Ryan, you require
Maybe
20.
a bit more invisible weight on the arm in the pressure of battle here in a last leg decider, but the last leg goes the way of Ryan Finesse. Both players had the chance to win that match. Both missed darts to do so, but it's Finesse who gets the best of Burgoyne with a 4-3 success that sees him move 2 points clear of his opponent in that provisional spot for finals night. He occupies third place at the moment. It could still change, but Finesse has done himself a favour and Burgoyne has work to do. Gian van Veen just needs one more win to book his place at finals night, and he takes on a man who's already there in a couple of minutes' time as Scott Williams gets back on the hockey. Welcome back to the Online Darts Live League, where we're all set for a tussle at the top of the table as Scott Williams takes on the Dutchman Gian van Veen. Williams already through to finals night. He can't be caught by enough players to stop him finishing in the top three. However, Gian van Veen can still win the group, and a win in this match would see GVV join Scott Williams in reaching
First leg, it's Gian to throw
finals
first.
night tomorrow. And not only would he join Scott Williams, but he'd join the Dutch duo that are already there, Danny van Tripe and Ariane Conterman, as well as Graham Hall, who dominated Group A earlier this
100.
week. Van Veen has beaten Scott Williams in 2 of their 4 matches this week. A bit of juggling here from the
140.
tungsten slinging showman that is Scott Williams, but couldn't quite complete the maximum to start.
140.
He did beat Van Veen 4-0 on Monday, but then the youngster got his own back on Tuesday and Wednesday with wins
100.
in last leg deciders, though he lost the last leg decider when the pair played last night in a match that he led 3-0. It could have been him that was already through to finals night.
140. 60. Gian, you require 121.
Good start to this match, though. 2 140s after a ton, and then a 1-2-1 checkout.
105.
Not quite. But surely the leg is going the way of the Dutchman.
97. Gian, you require 16. 8.
Famous last words, perhaps.
Scott, you require 104.
104 for Williams. Plenty of ways he could go. Is that in the double?
Game shot.
Oh, it was.
Scott Williams.
Well, I said there were plenty of ways he could go. Not even I was expecting that one. What a shot from Scott Williams, finding the double 18, followed by the bullseye to complete the 104 combination.
Second leg, it's Scott to throw first. Game on.
Well, when there's a Williams, there's a way. Absolutely
134.
maverick stuff from the live league's greatest throwman. Certainly the greatest showman.
82. 100.
He's still hoping to win all of his matches in this group.
25.
Having won all 4 last night and got the better of Ryan Furness 4-1 in that brilliant match earlier this evening, in which Scott averaged 105.55.
97. 100.
That the highest average that
Scott,
anybody has produced in this
170.
group yet. Another one for the highlight reel. Not this time.
64. 100. Scott, you require 106.
That's the Williams way. Starting
54.
on 17s on 106. Single leaving 89, so you can do that sweep from right to left. 17, treble 19, double 16.
45. Scott, you require 52.
52, though, to double his advantage in this match. Well, didn't expect that.
Game shot on the second leg. Scott
I'm
Williams.
not sure he did either that time. I don't think that one was intentional, but he'll take it, won't he? The maverick that he is. And it's another unorthodox finish to double his lead in this match.
Third leg, it's Gian to throw first. Game on.
Well, it's two double-double checkouts, isn't it, for Scott Williams? If you think about it, 36 and the bull, and then 40 and double six. So I make it that Scott Williams' checkout percentage is 200%.
134.
Good, isn't it?
100.
4 out of 2 on the doubles. And Gian van Veen may have to wait a little longer to get that victory that he needs to secure a spot at finals night. His next game will be against Pete Burgoyne, and that's a man who is still fighting to finish in the top 3 himself.
$69. $83. Scott, you require 167.
Now Gian will get the chance. Has missed 4 darts at double already in this match.
127.
In that first leg in which he raced
Gian, you
away.
require 100.
Hi there. Was going treble 16 for double 16.
36.
He does do anything he can to leave double 16.
Scott, you require 40.
But I thought he had a very good guide for the treble 20 there. And he allows Scott Williams opportunities to go out. Double 10 to do so.
Game shot on the third leg.
Didn't make it easy
Scott
for himself.
Williams.
But he leads 3-0 having found the double. And Gian van Veen is in trouble in this match. Not only is he likely to lose it,
Fourth leg, it's Scott
but he's
to
likely
throw
to lose
first.
it 4-0,
Game
and that will dent his healthy leg difference. Had a better leg difference than Williams coming into the game. Well, that's quickly turned around. Or maybe he's just determined to do
100.
what Scott did to him last night and come back from 3-0 behind.
$46. $140. $180.
180 to leave 150, and I've just got a feeling that Scott Williams might think about 3 bullseyes here. He's already through. He's just at a 180 to leave it.
57.
We've had some
Scott,
magical
you require
moments.
150.
I dare you, Scott. I dare you. Well, he did try it, but it wasn't very effective, was it?
38.
And maybe, just maybe. Well, the door isn't open, is it, for Van Veen by virtue of that 38, but maybe he can see the cat flap swinging.
97. Scott, you require 112.
Can Scott slam it shut? And what does he do here? He had 94 left. He could have gone for an open bed.
56.
For another unorthodox outshot.
107. $95.
But this
Scott, you
for a
require
whitewash
56.
win.
$38.
The darts go begging.
Gian, you
Is it game
require
on?
12.
Is the comeback on? Double six, a particular favourite of Scott Williams's. Will he be hoist by his own petard here on D6? He'll just slide that in alongside and straight into the bed.
Gian van Veen.
There was no other possible outcome after that superb marker of a dart. And maybe, just maybe, the great escape is on.
Fifth leg, it's Gian to throw first. Game on. $60. $60. $41. $180.
Well, the extension to the game allows for the second max of the match from Scott Williams, his fourth of the evening.
59. $125. $60. Scott, you require 136.
Double eight to do it in style, and it was worth the wait for Williams. Could have won it 4-0, won it 4-1 in the end, and he carries on with this clean sweep of results. It's now 6 of the best for Scott Williams, sealed with that fabulous 136 checkout, an average of 97. He really is enjoying himself tonight, even attempting a 3-ball finish on 150 there, though that didn't come off. It really fell apart at the first start, didn't it? But Gian van Veen, well, he'll be hoping that his bid to make it through to finals night isn't about to fall apart. He still has work to do, and coming next, it's Ryan Finesse, the man immediately behind him, against Shaun Griffiths, still looking for his first win. On to game 6 then here at the Live League, and it is Shaun Griffiths against Ryan Furness. Finesse with success in his last match, a 4-3 win against Pete Burgoyne that could prove to be decisive come the end of the evening. Remember, the top 3 make it through to finals night. Finesse now occupies that 3rd spot and could increase his chances and tighten his grip with victory against the thus far winless Shaun Griffiths. Only Scott Williams is secure.
Okay, first I get Shaun to throw first. Game on.
He's already through to finals night. But Van Veen and Burgoyne will do battle next, and if Van Veen wins that match, then he will join Williams.
45.
Change of official, Charlie Corstefine done for the evening, and Owen Binks will ref the final 5 matches of the night.
58. $140. 100.
When this pair played last night,
41.
Finesse enjoyed a 4-1 success. He averaged 96.39 and hit a couple of maximums in that match, allowing Griffiths only one double, a double which he hit to take out 62. Amazing how I remember all this stuff, isn't it? 4 out of 11 on the doubles, Ryan Finesse. His highest checkout was 81. What else do you want to know? What he had for breakfast?
$59. $135.
Well, it's Shaun Griffiths making the running so far in this leg, down to 80 after a slow start by his opponents.
85.
Could do Pete Burgoyne a real favour, couldn't he? And beat Finesse here. Another single 20 to leave tops. And that is nicely out of the way.
40.
But that one is wayward.
141.
So 1-4-1 for Finesse to steal the leg. Treble 19.
109.
Good leave.
Shaun Griffiths 40.
But Griffiths has 3 more darts should he need them. Double 10.
Game shot
In it goes, and he's already had
Shaun Griffiths
more darts at double in this match than he had in the meeting that they had yesterday. But he does lead the game tonight. Shaun Griffiths by a leg to nil. Holds a throw.
$171.
Beautiful. The horse from Ryan Finesse. 60, 57, 54. One of the reasons that he switches more than others is because of the angle of which his darts land. Now, the camera angle naturally on a darts broadcast is, the camera position is away to the left. His darts lean to the right. 93. You can see that even from that camera angle. But if you looked head on at the dartboard, maybe we'll be able to give you that shot at some point. You'll see how far his darts actually lean to the right. And
100.
if they land central or over to the left of a treble, it kind of blocks the rest of it. You see there, he's having to switch. And again,
95.
Now that one was plumb in the middle of the treble 19. From our camera angle it looked okay, but for him standing facing it, had to switch. And it's difficult. I'm sure it's something he might want to eliminate from his game.
162.
But he doesn't want to take away the good stuff that he produces. This time trying to stay there and use that as a guide because there was enough room
110
to the left. His dart was over across to the right, so not blocking as much as the bed. But that brilliant 1-6-2 setup gave Shaun Griffiths a chance in this
43.
leg. Chips off the 43. That's the best he can do after the first dart. Found the treble one, but the double eight is found by Ryan Furness to level up this match after a couple of legs.
They'll get Shaun to throw first.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to get the analysis of better brains than mine on the Finesse throw. Paul Nicholson is in the hot seat next week. Maybe I'll leave him a note.
96.
By the way, I will reveal by the end of the evening the lineup for next week, so do stay tuned here on Sporty Stuff TV if you want to know who you can tune in and watch over 6 days of darts from Monday to Saturday next week.
$60. $100. $46. $60. $60. $97. $59. $43. $60. Ronnie require 146.
An outside opportunity here for Finesse. Now you would think he would move across, but he's found a bedfellow there. Double 13. Oh, what a shot that is from Ryan Finesse, producing a fabulous finish. Managed to find a dart alongside that guide in the treble 20 and double 13 to deny Shaun Griffiths a shot at the Shanghai 120 and to break the throw and take control of the tie. A match which, if he wins, he'll join Gian van Veen on 8 points and will be all but
79
through to finals night. In fact, if Van Veen beats Pete Burgoyne in the match that follows it, then that will be that. It will be Williams, Van Veen and Finesse completing the lineup
85
for Saturday's session. And I'll get off then. You won't need me for the last 3 matches of the evening, will you?
100.
Many of you say, I wish you'd have got off earlier, pal, I know. So do I, but if I've got to suffer with myself, I'm afraid so do you. We all share a passion for this brilliant sport. And we've seen some fabulous things this week at the Live League. A 9-darter, a 10-darter on the bull. A near miss of another 9. A record haul of maximums one day.
123.
What more wonders await between now and the end of tomorrow evening?
135. $58. Right number 190.
Another in there for 3-1.
Game
Brilliant.
on the full flag.
Everything he's
Ryan
touching right
Furness.
now is turning to gold. Ryan Furness follows up that fabulous 146 checkout with a fantastic 90 double finish.
Game on.
And is now one leg away from a second win of the night. And poor old Shaun Griffiths, who's facing the prospect of a pointless couple of days at the Live League, having lost all 4 matches last night. He's about to lose his third of the evening.
140.
And will only have, yep, you guessed it, Scott Williams, the man who hasn't lost yet in this group, to play before he heads home.
100. $60.
We know, and he knows,
41.
that he is much more capable of what he's produced over the last couple of nights. Shaun Griffiths, a man for whom, 15 years ago,
100.
he was the next big thing. As a young teenager. It was 14 years ago when he won the second of his World Masters titles, having won it in 07. He did it again in 08.
100.
World Masters boys title, beat a certain Michael Smith 4-0 in the final to win his first. And then Jamie Lewis 4-2 in the final to win his second. He has a development tour title to his name.
Joining record 160.
2 challenge tour titles to his name. But he hasn't really ever lived up to the early promise as a senior darts player.
140.
And it might be a case of we'll be seeing it for Shaun Griffiths if Finesse can complete the job here. Treble 18 and the bull to do so. Not to be, so Griffiths comes back. Double 10 required.
Joining record 20. Game shot on the 5th leg.
It just snuck
Shaun
in.
Griffiths.
And Shaun Griffiths' hopes of getting a win on the board remain. He might be able to turn this around against Ryan Finesse, but Finesse has the darts
Ryan to throw first.
to win it 4-2.
$99. $100. $100. $58. $45. $70. $42. $100. 100.
Well, it's still in the balance. This 115 might have to go, you know. Certainly now.
99. Ryan, require 115.
What's the route, Ryan? Treble 20 for starters. Now 15. And now double top.
75.
Well, he's got a little lucky there. That
Shaun,
was almost
74.
a bust. He would have been blushing bright red had he found the red bed once again. But it's that red bed
34.
that Shaun Griffiths wanted.
Ryan,
And Ryan
require
Finesse
40.
is a very, very lucky boy there because it bounced off the treble wire, not the double wire. No danger of that bouncing off any wire, but that one's in. And Ryan Finesse wraps up the win. A 4-2 success over Shaun Griffiths, who will have one more chance to pick up some points in Group B, but it will be against the group leader, Scott Williams, who hasn't lost yet. A brilliant 1-4-6 checkout in there for Finesse, and he's tightened his grip on a spot at finals night. And that spot could be secured in the very next match because Pete Burgoyne is going to take on Gian van Veen. And if Van Veen can win, then he will go through along with Finesse. Stay tuned to see what happens. So, Gian van Veen against Pete Burgoyne, and it's last chance saloon for Burgoyne if he's going to make it through to finals night. Let's have a look at the league table. There you see Ryan Furness 4 points ahead of Burgoyne with one match still to play. Now, Burgoyne has 2 games left, so if he wins this one and gets the better of Scott Williams, he can also get to 8 points and can catch one of Finesse or Van Veen because they play each other in match 9.
Okay, first leg, it's Gian to throw first. Game on.
It would be quite unlikely it would be Van Veen because of his incredibly healthy leg difference, but it could be all settled after this anyway. If Van Veen
57.
wins it, he will go through and he will take Finesse with him.
121.
Scott Williams, as I've been saying, already through and has won all of his matches, looking to complete a clean sweep. We'll see him against Shaun Griffiths, who's
100.
looking to get a first win in the group in his final fling at the Live League this week. That follows this.
100.
And during that match, I will announce the lineup for next week at the Live League, so do stay tuned for that. But this one could be the last crucial contest of the evening, or it could mean that the game 9 and 10 tonight could still have something on them. We'd need a Pete Burgoyne win for that to happen, and then it'd be time to count fingers, toes and abacus beads on how many legs need to swing around if the matches go the right way for the feast.
60. Can you require 160?
160 on offer for Van Veen. Plenty of room below, but that's too far below.
140. But you require 80.
Pete Burgoyne 4-1 when the pair met yesterday, but this is a bit of showmanship from Burgoyne, and look at that. Tops.
Pete Burgoyne
to take the opening leg, completing the 80 combo. And Burgoyne breaks
Pete to throw first
in the very first leg of the match. Well, maybe things are going to take an interesting little turn.
81.
As the clock strikes midnight. Burgoyne struck midnight on the dartboard twice
55.
to take the opening leg.
$140. 95. 60. 60. 100. 40. You require 120.
Trying to work his way past that dart into the treble with no luck, but it's looking up for Pete Burgoyne. What if he's going to go tops? Why not go double 19 on this shot?
60. He requires 76.
Keep showing off, Pete. Didn't fancy it, but now he fancies double 4.
72. 140. But you require 4. Game show on the second leg. Pete Burgoyne.
And it's all going well for Burgoyne at the moment. A 2-leg lead against Gian van Veen, who has the darts in leg 3.
They'll look it's Gian to throw first. Game on.
The healthier the lead, the better. The healthier the win, the better. The more handsome the advantage for Pete Burgoyne, because Van Veen has a huge
100.
advantage in the leg difference.
$83. $55. $140. $100. $58. $140. $60. January 106.
So 106 plays 160. Double 16, the favourite of this man.
90.
Fails to find it this time, and now Burgoyne.
60.
Had a go at the 160.
Gianni requires 16.
Former cricketer for Derbyshire, Southern Rocks, Sussex and Herefordshire.
No score.
Oh. Well, that's a wide from his opponent. That's just not cricket.
Game shot in the third leg. Pete Burgoyne.
And Burgoyne might be about to score a 4. He's got 3 of them. And is a hold of throw away from a whitewash win that would make the end of the evening very, very interesting indeed.
$60. $22.
Well, what is happening to Gian van Veen in the last couple of games? Won his first match 4-0, but has since won only a single leg in matches against Williams and now Burgoyne.
45. $100. $95. $140. $100. Pete Burgoyne 106.
For 4-zip and to keep his hopes alive.
Game shot and
Pete Burgoyne gets
Pete Burgoyne
a whitewash win against Gian van Veen, and that makes things very, very interesting, intriguing and exciting towards the end of the evening's action here at the Live League. It was looking like Van Veen and Furness were through to finals night, but Burgoyne has thrown a spanner in the works with that result. The last couple of games, something is going to rest on them. Finesse and Van Veen play each other before Burgoyne takes on Scott Williams, but Williams, who's won every match so far, will play Shaun Griffiths next. He's lost every match so far. Well, like a famous old tale goes, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times, and that's the way this match is set up. Scott Williams, who's won every game, against Shaun Griffiths, who's lost a lot. And there it is reflected in the table, but more interesting than that, the middle of the pack. 8 points apiece for Gian van Veen and Ryan Furness. And 6 points for Pete Burgoyne, who could still knock one of them out of the qualifying places if he wins his last match.
First.
Finesse and Van Veen play each other in the next game. One of them will lose. And then whoever does lose is under threat.
134.
If Pete Burgoyne beats Scott Williams. Not an easy task, of course, against a man unbeaten so far. Will he be beaten by a man who hasn't won a game so far? Stranger things have happened. And that's the strongest start possible for Shaun Griffiths.
$100. $57.
As promised, by the way, I'm going to run you through the lineup for next week's Live League. Week 4 of the first stage of the new style Live League. And I'll do it at the start of the next leg, because this first leg is about to finish with the 170 checkout, I have no doubt.
45.
Because Scott Williams,
Scott, you require 100.
He's a great showman. He's a great throwman.
130.
But he's let me down there, and I'm not talking to him for the rest of the night. I have to talk about him, though. It's kind of what I'm paid for.
$39. Scott, you require 33.
But remember, Griffiths started this leg with a maximum and isn't down to a finish after a dozen darts, so the misses from Williams probably won't matter.
$45. Scott, you require 16.
2 8s to win leg 1. Probably more of a hindrance than a help, and you can see that that's how he feels about it as well. Well, where's he going to throw this one
8
from?
Shaun, you require 135.
Couldn't find a way in, and now Griffiths could end the leg with a bit of magic. Bullseye will be the first port of call. That will do very nicely indeed. Treble 20. And now the bull.
110.
Wasn't far away.
Scott, you require 8.
It looks like it was begging to be hit. A very inviting guide, but Williams guides in the dart to double 4 and takes the first leg of this match as he looks to carry on his victory parade.
Secondly, it's Shaun to throw first.
6 out of 6, looking to make it 7 out of 7 and 8 out of 8 by the end of the evening. The exact opposite record for Shaun Griffiths. This is his last match of the night, in fact. 7 games he's played, 7 he's been defeated in. Well, it's time for that big reveal that I promised. Announce the names, I hear you shout, and I'm about to do that for next week's action here at the Live League. Group A will be comprised of the Northern Irish ace, Chris Gilliland, Gary Stone, the Champion of Champions winner, Jim McEwen, Josh Payne, former Pro Tour title winner, Matt Dennant, the scholar, and all eyes on Edgar TV. Matthew Edgar completing Group A. And then later on in the week, the other incoming 6 will be Dan Reed, Darryl Pilgrim, Rob Collins, Aaron Beanie, Carl Hamilton, and Gary Blades.
45.
That your dozen darters for week 4, but the dozen darters for week 3 are about to be slashed to 6.
42.
Scott Williams will be one of those 6 at finals night, as will Graham Hall, Arian Conterman and Danny Van Tripe. 2 places still up for grabs. It will be one of
85.
Ryan Finesse or Gian van Veen, possibly both, but possibly one and Pete Burgoyne. All will be revealed over the next 45 minutes or so.
93. Shaun, your record 132.
Certainly won't be this man. He's had a torrid time, but he could produce a champagne moment. Needed another bullseye for double 16.
92. Scott, your record
Well, it would be
130.
just like Scott Williams to nick this leg, wouldn't it? It'd be just like him to bed the bull.
105. Shaun, you require 40.
Tops then for Griffiths to tie up the contest at 1 apiece. Lost out 4-2 to Scott Williams when the pair met last night. It was actually his best performance. His very first outing
Game,
in
Shaun,
the
the
group.
second
He
bet.
averaged 95
Shaun
in that
Griffiths.
match, Shaun Griffiths. And now there seems to be some kind of complaint here from Scott Williams. I'm not sure what it's about, but you could see both Shaun Griffiths and the match official Owen Binks have a look towards Scott Williams. Is there a fly?
Thurlegate Scott to throw
Something
first.
like that in the
Game on.
darts room?
93.
Something has distracted Scott. Could see Owen Binks having a glance around. I mean, it's a complete guess, a fly. I don't know what is in there.
46.
And that's an educated guess based on the reactions and where and how they look. Could be a moth, a wasp, a bee. I don't think it's likely to be a pigeon or a drone of some sort.
58.
I'll go and find out after this match. Do not worry. I know it's the
58.
question that you won't be able to go to bed until you know the answer of. But why would you go to bed anyway before the end of the evening's action? It's all still up for grabs.
42.
The last couple of spots, Finesse against Van Veen. It will be glory for one of them and then anxious wait for the other. Go on, stick another one in. Ah,
6.
dear. Well, the Robin Hood. In the back of the flight. And only a score of 6 for Shaun Griffiths means Williams can
126.
win this leg at a canter.
$60. $56. $55.
Well, he might carry on with the
Scott, you
18s here. No need to go the 19s
126.
route with Griffiths on 276. It does, yeah, he does go that way on the 18s. I thought he might.
90.
When that chips off the 90 to leave double 18. He's played this leg predominantly on the 18s.
$74.
9 times he's gone for the
Scott, you
18
require
segment out of
36.
18 darts.
Game Shaun, the
10
third leg.
times out of 19
Williams.
darts. The majority of the leg played on the 18 segment, won on the 18 segment, and Scott Williams takes the lead 2-1. And still, he's bothered by something.
Look at Shaun to throw first.
You can see him just looking
Game
up.
on.
Things not looking up for his opponent.
$140. 99.
Two games left then after this one. Ryan Furness and Gian van Veen before Pete Burgoyne takes on Williams in the last match of the night. Whoever wins between Van Veen and Finesse will be through. The leg difference,
58.
+6 for Van Veen, +2 for Burgoyne, -1 for Finesse. It means if Finesse loses and Burgoyne wins, and it will be Pete Burgoyne that goes through
76.
at his expense. If Van Veen loses and Burgoyne wins, it will depend on the margin of those victories.
180.
As Williams weighs in with a 180 to leave 164. Yeah, 4 leg the difference between them at the moment. So, for example, if Van Veen were to lose 4-3,
Scott, your record 164.
and then Burgoyne won by the same scoreline, it still wouldn't be enough to leapfrog the Dutchman.
41. Shaun, your record 131. $43. Scott, your record 123.
Bullseye. Brilliant.
Shaun the fourth.
Absolutely superb.
Scott Williams.
From Scott Williams, who produces another firework finish. Bedding the bull for the 1-2-3 and for a 3-1 lead after that break of throw. He's been the man
137.
made many magical moments at the Live League. What a year he's having, by the way, Scott Williams. Should not be underestimated what he has achieved in 2022.
140.
Success here at the Live League, which he's used as a springboard to go on to greater things.
81.
Picking up all those challenge tour titles.
100. 98.
Winner of 3 of them. He leads the order of merit by £1,500. Only the 3rd player ever to win 2 challenge tours in a day. Won his first 18 matches on the challenge tour this year, Scott Williams, and then went on to become a winner on the PDC Pro Tour, and he's actually 25th on the PDC Players Championship Order of Merit. A fantastic season he's having, and he's going to go on
128
to play regular stuff on the Pro Tour next year. We'll wish him well.
88.
But there's plenty more magic to come from him, I'm sure, at the Live League this year. Double 12 here for Griffiths.
Game Shaun the fifth.
Well, it's a break back.
Shaun Griffiths.
Is there a way back? Is there a win before Griffiths ends his evening here? 7 successive defeats. Well, there is the culprit, and I think it is.
Game on.
I think it's a moth. Maybe the referee Owen Binks opened his wallet or something.
100.
We'll try and chase that out.
57.
You'll remember the Ali Pally Wasp. Now we've got the Live League Moth.
$81. $41. $42. $70. $95. $140. $59.
Well, Griffiths will have the chance to force a last leg shootout.
$99.
That last start could hurt him.
24.
Treble 18. Probably the same target for
56.
Williams. I doubt he'll go the bull route.
194.
I think he is going the bull route. No, he's gone the treble 18 route. And why not? He's found it.
Shot on the match.
And he finds the finish. A
Scott
two-darter to get the
Williams.
job done against Shaun Griffiths, despite an unidentified flying object bothering him during the game. And it is an immovable object at the top of the table. Scott Williams, who has won every single game so far. He still has one to play, but it is a miserable couple of days at the Live League for Shaun Griffiths. He's played 8, lost 8, and that's the last we will see of him this week. So Williams will return to take on Pete Burgoyne, who will need to beat Scott Williams and be the first man to do so if he is to make it through to finals night at the expense of whoever loses the next match. That's Gian van Veen against Ryan Finesse, and it's coming up after this. Welcome back. It's crunch time here at the Online Darts Live League. 2 games still to play, and in the first of them, one player will secure their spot at finals night. Well, it'll be at least one player, because whoever wins this match can't be caught by Pete Burgoyne. If he manages to do what nobody else has so far and beat Scott Williams in the final match of the evening, the likelihood is that both players can go through, and that would happen regardless of the result between Burgoyne
Game on.
and Williams.
42. $81.
If it was a narrow win for Finesse, well, in fact,
100.
Burgoyne would still have a faint hope, but would need a massive win against Williams, I do beg your pardon. So yeah, at the end of this match, one player will definitely be through from this pair, but one will be waiting to find out what happens in the final match, and will be hoping that Scott Williams continues his perfect record in Group B. He just extended it by confirming
85.
The miserable record of Shaun Griffiths, who has unfortunately for him lost all 8 of his matches
96.
on his second appearance at the Live League.
$140.
4-1
170.
to Van Veen when this pair met yesterday.
$100. And you require 109. $77. Right, you require 70.
Finesse will have the first chance to win the first leg.
38.
Hasn't taken that chance. Missed a dart at double 16, a target that Van Veen has 3 darts at now.
32.
I'm sure his Dutch friends are glued to the stream screen, winning this in.
Game shot on the first leg.
And in a hotel room somewhere in Southampton, there is 3 Dutchmen cheering after that dart found the target.
Second leg is Gian.
If Van Veen does make it through, there will be 3 Dutchmen in finals night. Arjen Konterman, Danny van Tripe,
96.
and GVV himself. Owen Roelofs narrowly missed out on making it after a decent showing for him this week as well.
42.
A memorable week for the other Dutch duo. Konterman enjoying a perfect day earlier today with 5 wins from 5.
84.
Danny van Tripe did that yesterday and hit his first 9-darter along the way.
$60. $60.
Well, is there a little bit of an injury affecting Gian here? Just saw him there, struggling to let go, and he just had a little look down towards his elbow.
97.
I do hope not.
$100. $96. January require 160.
It's looking good for the Dutchman at the moment.
100.
Remember, a win here secures his spot at finals night.
$140. Johnny records
Will
60.
secure second spot in the Group B table. Double top to secure the second leg in this match.
Game show.
Great dart, great start.
Gian van Veen.
And Gian van Veen is halfway to booking his spot at finals night on Saturday evening.
Feel like it's Ryan to throw first.
So just to remind you of the situation, going into this match, this pair were both tied on 8 points. Pete Burgoyne, who is still to play, has 6.
137.
His leg difference +2. Ryan Finesse -1. Van Veen before the game +6. So the worst he can now end up is +4. That can still be overturned.
81.
If it's 4-2 to Ryan Finesse and then 4-2 to Pete Burgoyne, we would see a situation where they were tied on points and on leg difference, and it would go to legs
180.
But it's getting less and less likely that that will be a prospect that the Dutchman has to face, because he has produced some excellent
41.
stuff at the front end of this match. And his first 180 of it puts him in with another chance of breaking, though. Things have broken down there for Van Veen, and Finesse will be grateful for that.
$96.
Well, I'm not sure he realised that treble 20 would have still left a finish there, Ryan Finesse. It looked like a much easier target to hit, but he somehow squeezed it into the treble 19 to leave a check out all the same.
170.
170, the biggest check out of them all.
$100. January record 112.
Great dart, double 16.
80. Right, it requires 7.
First dart he's missed that double in this game. Finesse has missed his only dart at double, but has earned himself 2 at tops, which he finds.
Ryan Furness.
And the game is getting a little bit more interesting. It looked like the Dutchman was going to run away with it, but he's been pegged back, and the gap has been halved.
Four like it's Gian to throw first. $43.
Well, not happy. All of a sudden, he's handing the opportunity to his opponent.
134. $100.
And a good 134 for the Salisbury slinger Ryan Finesse to start the leg.
100.
Matches the ton that Van Veen hit in response. He's taken the darts effectively.
100. $100. $140.
Well, that was a well-timed ton 40. This would be an impeccably timed supersized out shot, but it won't happen. He will leave it very handily placed, however. And now Van Veen can't go out.
78. Ryan required 28.
So double 14 for parity in this crunch contest in the penultimate match of the evening.
No score.
What a moment that could be.
40.
Sometimes the misses are more important than the hits. And 3 of them there may come to haunt Ryan Furness. Well, that wasn't worth the wait.
Game's on the 4th.
But that will be worth its
Gian
weight
van
in
Veen.
gold for Gian van Veen, who is now 1 away from securing a spot at finals night, possibly at the expense of his opponent, who will face an anxious wait
5th leg, it's
and
Ryan
watch
to throw
on
first.
and hope
Game
that
on.
Pete Burgoyne doesn't defeat Scott Williams, unless he can win the next 3 legs.
79.
Then it's Van Veen who's in peril, but Burgoyne would need a massive win in that scenario.
$58. $140. $93. $56. $100. $137.
Fair play to Finesse. Still battling, still fighting.
31.
I feel it should have been 2-2 when he will be throwing to lead the match here. Now he's throwing to stay in it.
57.
Tees up double 16 for his return.
$86. Ryan record 32.
And it's more misses.
January record 133.
6 on the spin, 7 in the match. Miss starts at double for Ryan Finesse, and Gian van Veen was hunting down that treble there to leave a dart at double himself.
Ryan record 8.
Can't do that. But he can't do that. Nor that. But he can do that. And he can still win this match. Gian van Veen, though, has the darts to seal a 4-2 success. But Finesse still fighting, still scrapping.
Safe leg, it's Gian to throw first. Game on.
He's been 1 win away for the last couple of hours, Gian van Veen, and has lost
96.
4-1 to Scott Williams and 4-0 to Pete Burgoyne. He's now 1 leg away from booking a place
100
in Saturday evening session, the grand finale of this week's live league action.
86. $86. $180.
What a time.
$140. January record 139.
57. Well, 136 remaining. After a perfect visit last time out, This could be a bit of a mess here.
83.
Cleans up the mess pretty well with the last dart and will get match darts. Darts to seal a spot at finals night.
105. January record 56.
Double top to get there. And there it is. There he is.
Gian
Van Veen's victory makes him book his place at finals night alongside a couple of his Dutch darting friends. A 4-2 success for the 20-year-old seals his spot at finals night. Finally, he'll be there along with Arjen Konteman and Danny van Tripe. Half the field will be Dutch at finals night on Saturday. Ryan Finesse will hope to be there as well, but he now faces an anxious wait and a difficult watch, because if Pete Burgoyne can do what nobody else has done so far and beat Scott Williams in Group B, then he will sneak through. Stay with us to see how it unravels. Well, it was looking like one of those evenings when everything would have been sorted early on, but it's gone right to the wire for Pete Burgoyne and Ryan Finesse. Scott Williams is up against Burgoyne in the curtain closer of the night. Now let's look at the league table. Williams has won it in P1, followed through to finals night by Gian van Veen, who's made it through. But Ryan Finesse on 8 points is not yet safe, because if Burgoyne can do what nobody else has done and defeat Scott Williams, then he will leapfrog him and take that third and final spot. I can tell you that the groups for tomorrow evening are as follows. Group 1 will feature Graham Hall, Gian van Veen and Danny Van Tripe. A round robin played in that group. The top 2 progressing to the semi-finals. The winner of Group 1 will play the runner-up of Group B and vice versa. And Group 2 will include Scott Williams, Ariane Conterman and either 43. Finesse or Burgoyne. So that's Group 1. Graham Hall, Gian van Veen and Danny Van Tripe. Group 2, Scott Williams, Ariane Conterman and Ryan Finesse or Pete Burgoyne. And which one of those it is
60
depends on the outcome of this closing clash in Group B. Now, Pete Burgoyne did lead Scott Williams 3-1 when the pair met yesterday.
60.
Williams came back to win the match 4-3. He's won every match since.
$132.
But the feast may be sticking around for dessert if he can find a way to beat Williams.
140.
And that way might include a nice fish supper.
$42.
Williams has been having a whale of a time. Some magical moments. And just for a moment there, I was expecting another one.
$112. Pete Rock 128.
Treble 20 for the bull. And that brilliant setup
88.
from Scott Williams has given him a chance to break Burgoyne in the very first leg in this match. 2 8s to do so. Double 4. In it goes, and it's Williams who leads, having broken Burgoyne in the opening leg, and that will be a relief to Ryan Furness backstage. I'm sure he'll be watching in the practice room anxiously.
Scott to throw first.
That some of his anxiety will be eased by Williams breaking at the first available opportunity.
139.
In third place, 2 points ahead of Burgoyne, but has a negative leg difference. Burgoyne has a positive one. So if he wins the match, it will be a straight swap, and he'll go through at the expense of Furness.
59. $42. $55. $140. $84.
First to have finished, Williams on throw, but Burgoyne in a good position after a brace of 140s in this leg, despite a 42 score sandwich between them.
Scott, you're 100.
It's good visit, bad visit, good visit, bad visit. The good news is the last one was a bad one.
104.
So the good one is about to happen. And this will be good, won't it? A 1-2-4 checkout. On the bull.
$91.
Failed to find it. And may, in turn, find himself 2 legs behind.
Game Shaun
as
the
Williams'
second
winning
leg.
ways
Scott Williams.
look set to continue. He's taken the first 2 legs in this closing contest of Group B and is 2 legs away from completing a perfect record in the group. 8 wins from 8 matches.
140. 140. 91. 58.
He'll be disappointed at this stage, Pete Burgoyne, because he's been very much in each of the first couple of legs.
$133. Pete Burgoyne 170.
Was waiting on 40 when Williams went out in the first and missed a dart at the bull.
96. Scott, you require 170.
Before Williams won the second.
64. But you require 74. 49.
And it's another missed start at bull. And you know what? Williams might have been better off staying on the bull in the last visit, but he'll start on treble 17 here. Now he'll sweep across to treble 19. Fails to find that.
90. But you require 25. 17. Scott, you require 16. Game shot on the third leg. Scott Williams.
And it is going Williams' way once again. Burgoyne will have to complete a great escape if he is to pinch that last spot off Ryan Furness, who will be breathing easily in the practice room at the moment. $100. 96. 180. 100. It was always going to be a tall order, wasn't it, to beat a man who hadn't been beaten.
90. 77.
The flame-haired thrower has been red hot over the last couple of nights and will be looking to take the pot at finals night tomorrow.
91.
Tees up tops after 12, and Pete Burgoyne's outside opportunity may disappear
100.
in double quick time.
You require 40. 20.
Unless there is a twist in the tail. Treble 18. And another one. And a double 10.
108.
Well, what a shot that would have been. What a moment. What a chance he carved out for himself. But surely now that's that. As Williams cleans up, he wins 4-0. He's won all 4 matches this night, just as he did last night. And Scott Williams has dominated Group B, dominated Pete Burgoyne in that closing clash, which means that Burgoyne will not be at finals night tomorrow. Ryan Finesse hangs on to that final spot. He goes through with the Dutchman Gian van Veen and Scott Williams to join Arjen Konterman, Danny van Tripe and Graham Hall. The action gets underway to see who will be the weekly winner from 10 p.m. on Saturday night. That's finals night. Do join us for it. But in Group B, Scott was too hot and won the lot.